All right. So first things first. I don't agree with the defensive player of the year, and I'm gonna get on that later. But I'm just gonna go through it, like step by step. So, the rookie. So of course the award ceremony was yesterday, and there were There were plenty of picks that I picked to be the right ones, and there were there was one that I really did not. No. So that being said, rookie of the year, Luka Doncic, completely my pick. I had no doubt in my mind that Luka was going to win it this year. Trae Young did really well across the end, near the end, and Luka struggled a little bit. But that was after like the trade and stuff and all that, and all of his teammates that were very productive kind of got shipped away. So that was a totally different thing. And so with Luke, but either way though, Luka was producing the entire season, just amazing play. Easy pick for the rookie of the year. What was next? I think it was most improved player. The most improved player. If anybody didn't pick Pascal Siakam, I can kind of understand, but at the same time, I can't understand it because he was incredible this year. Just a great guy this year, and he has a case for being the second best player on the Raptors. Yeah, he has a case for being the second best player on the Raptors this year. He really does, because he was producing at a great and nearly an all-star level, and like ramped it up in the playoffs, which is something you don't usually see guys who aren't really used to it. You don't see them produce like that, and to see him go from nobody to a big deal was just like that. Easy pick for most improved player. But D'Angelo, I couldn't really give that to him. I really can't. Like, he improved a lot. He did a lot of things right, but when you look at the numbers, he actually did not improve as much as Pascal did. But he really did. But D'Angelo did improve mightily this year. And then, of course, you had De'Aaron Fox, who really showed a lot of improvement this year. The team nearly made the playoffs, despite them clearly not being. Clearly they were not a team that should be in playoff contention at the moment. But they turned a lot of heads this year. They really did. So did the Clippers. If I were to be honest, I might have put Derrick Rose in the finalist spot. I don't care if you would take out who you take out, but I would put Derrick Rose in that finalist spot because if you look from a numbers position, his improvement this year, yeah, it was often a lot of him digressing a lot, but his improvement this year was incredible. It was huge. So you really could have given one of those finalist spots to him, but those the three players that they picked were a nice spot. Nice, they were very nice. Then for the sixth man of the year, come on now. If Lou Will didn't win it, there'd be a lot of questions in my mind. Lou Williams, honestly, is one of the greatest six men of all time. And him and Jamal Crawford can really fight over that position of the greatest six man ever. They weren't like the great of the great players ever, like Manu and stuff like that. Manu came off the bench, but like Manu had a lot of times where he started, and that kind of like takes him out of that. But Lou Williams, perfect pick. Montrezl Harrell, a nice pick for the finalists. Again, I would put D Rose in this area, but like I'm cool with him not being there because like he did end up starting for I think a large portion of like this really like for this really long stretch because of them trading away Jimmy Butler. So that was a good pick, and I forgot who the last picks for Sixth Man of the Year was. I'll remember him later, but I remember what I wanted to say. Like I wanted to say that both Montrez and the dude were like great picks, but they weren't close to what Lou was doing. Oh, it was Domantas Sabonis. Great Sixth Man of the Year. He was a great candidate, but Lou Williams, man, just a great player. Really could start, but just keep him at that Sixth Man of the Year, Sixth Man spot because he produces there. So Defensive Player of the Year. I'm disgruntled about this one. I so thought that it was going to either Giannis or my boy Paul George. It frustrates me almost that Rudy Gobert got it over those two. Because those two were just doing the thing all season long. And so was Rudy. But, like, I feel like they could have taken it this year. They really could have. I mean, I get it. Rudy Gobert, that's all he does half the time. A lot of people will say he's like some great player on offense. He's not. He is a terrible player on offense. I can't really give that great player on offense to him. Like, dude, come on now. People want to be like, oh, he shoots 62% off of pick and rolls and alley-oops. It's the easy buckets, man. But, great. He's still a great player. Amazing defender. Just kind of thought that some other player that Giannis and Paul George were kind of the ones really being discussed about who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year between those two. I really thought that they were being discussed the most. And then all of a sudden, Rudy Gobert just kind of comes out of nowhere and just kind of almost steals it from him. So, that's cool. It doesn't matter. I mean, congratulations to Rudy. That was cool. I can deal with it, but really thought it could have gone to one of those two. And then MVP. If you didn't have Giannis, you cared way too much about scoring. Because I already know you had James Harden. Now, I wanted Paul George to win this. I'm a Thunder fan, so I'm rooting for my boys all the time. But I kind of knew Giannis was going to win. But a lot of people were pulling for, like, Houston was pulling definitely for their guy. I mean, Harden played great. Harden did a lot of scoring this year. That's all he did. That's all he did. Harden had like a bunch of 30-plus point games. He was just producing at an all-time great level. He had multiple 50-point games. I think he had a 60-point game or two 60-point games this year. Had a bunch of 40-point games, plenty of 30-point games. But, come on, man. 30 points, 36 points per game. Giannis had 27 points, but Giannis had 12 rebounds, I think 5 or 6 assists, shooting a ridiculous field goal percentage. His team had the most wins in the NBA. Just a way. I just think that Giannis kind of had that locked up. And James Harden did make a brilliant case, but he was not really snubbed for this award. He wasn't snubbed for the award. It was kind of Giannis. It was Giannis's award dang near from the beginning. So, Coach of the Year. It really could have gone to any of those three guys. I'm surprised Nick Nurse wasn't there. I'm very surprised Nick Nurse was not there. I think Nick Nurse could have probably replaced Doc Rivers, but Doc Rivers being there, Doc Rivers could definitely be put over Nick Nurse. Like you could really put any of those guys up there. But Mike Budenholzer winning it, that's a great choice. I mean, 60 wins this season. Took a team that got bounced in the first round, I believe. Yeah, they got bounced in the first round, right? I believe they did. Like last year, I believe they got bounced in the first round. Took them to the Eastern Conference Finals. 60 wins again. Giannis MVP. 2 All-Stars. Two All-Star selections with Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Giannis All-Star team captain. Just a great season from Coach Mike Budenholzer. And I said this at the beginning of the season when they signed him. Mike Budenholzer was going to turn that team around. I knew he was going to do it because of his mindset. Because of his defensive prowess, because of the fact that he's done this crap before. This ain't his first rodeo. This ain't the first time he's won 60 games. This is definitely not the first time he won 60 games. He was the coach of that Atlanta Hawks team that won 60 games. He's just a brilliant coach. But Mike Malone definitely could have gotten it this year. He took a team that didn't even make the playoffs last year to the 2nd seed. That's nice. It's nice. And then Doc Rivers, yeah, his team was the 8th seed, but at the same time, he took a team that wasn't even like close to the playoffs to the 8th seed. They weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs this year. He took them to the 8th seed. So, overall, Coach Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year, great pick and very acceptable pick. And that one's going to do it. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Because they're going to be better next year. Well, not next year. They're going to be better eventually. But as of right now, this is kind of all I can work with. So, kind of just bear with me for a while. And it's going to get better. Like I said before in the last video, I'm going to decorate this wall back here with a lot of NBA memorabilia. I'm going to add background music. I'm probably going to start showing some highlights maybe. Once I learn to do it, might do some live streaming. There's also some 2K gameplay. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Like I said before, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, comment down below. Comment down below who you think is going to be the Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, MVP, Coach of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year of next season. I'll see y'all later.